Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So it's my friends at yarnspirations.com. Today we have a POTS popper, and this is a Bernat blanket ball. And interior is a stress ball, and when you give it a squeeze, all this pussy stuff comes out of it, and it's really quite satisfying. I can feel each one of the balls kind of vibrating as it going out and then sucking back in. So this is a free pattern available for you. We're using Bernat blanket. I did try this in other kinds of yarn, but I thought this was the best one because I don't see the ball at all. And I also tested the size of hole so that we can get this out. So this is a really neat idea. Grab your 6mm size J crochet hook and some spare Bernat blanket yarn. And first thing you're going to want to do is check your hook, make sure it doesn't have any sharp burrs on it at all, because you don't want to puncture the ball. Let's take a look at what the ball looks like. So here's the package I picked up from the dollar store. It's $1.50 Canadian at the time of filming this, so that is $1.05 US dollars, if you can find it down there. So the first thing, you're going to want to release these out. I find the balls are a little bit sticky. We don't even want to go there with the jokes on that. So you'll find it's got a little bit of a stick to it, but not a deal breaker. And you're going to notice that when you pull the ball out, almost feels like a silicone body part. Okay, so you can see it's got a stopper here. So when you push this inside and there's a point on this other side, you're going to want to do it so that when you squish it, you're going to have a nice clear way of coming out. So you don't want to squish it and have this be in the way. So let's create an adjustable ring. And so instead of just chaining a certain amount and going around it, we want to do an adjustable so we can pull it shut so that there's no holes. So we're going to use 2 fingers, lay the yarn in front, and then cross over like this, and this is going towards the yarn ball. So it should be in X format on the top of your finger. So again, lay it in front of your 2 fingers, come up over and cross, and use your 6mm size J crochet hook to slide under this one right here and scoop this one. And when you scoop it, just rotate your hand and take it with you and remove your fingers out. So this strand and this circle is what we want to crochet up over top so that we can close this later. And before you continue, just take this yarn and just chain 1 to lock it so there is your center of your ring. So let's begin round number 1. Have a spare piece of yarn ready. If you need that, just go grab it now, just put me on pause. And for everybody else, what we're going to do is we're going to put 6 single crochet into the ring, making sure we're going up over top of the 2 strands. And we'll count these out together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So pull up on the last one, the 6th one, create the loop, and insert your hook underneath that into that stitch there, and pull this through. And every time you finish a round, I want you to move this stitch marker to the very last stitch so that you can see when you've gone all the way around. Carefully now, you're going to use the strand here, and you're just going to pull, and it's going to close the circle. And it takes a bit of getting practice to it in order to make that happen. Bernat blanket is a bit, it doesn't slide as easy as other chenilles, which is great. So pull it tight. And then we want to grab a tapestry needle, and when you check it, make sure that there's no like sharp edges on this thing so you don't puncture that ball later. And if you do not secure this in, this will fall out. So it's been coming around and it comes out here, so I want to continue to go in a circle format. So just going to go on this side. And I don't want to go to the good side of the work, so if I turn it over, I should not see that needle. And we're going to pull it through. The first one, pull is tight. Don't over pull because Bernat blanket will snap if it's overstretched. And then through one more time. So 3 times back and forth, and you've got this secured. And because this is on the interior of the ball, when you trim it, you don't have to be so close to the project. You can leave a little bit of a tail hanging out. Now I want you to grab your crochet hook and put that back into that loop and pull that loop back down. So we're never going to join the beginning or the last of each round. We're going to do as a continuous circle going forward. Let's move along now to round number 2. So we're going to start the first one on this side. If you cannot see it, just count the tops. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's the 6th one back, and you want to start double crocheting. So you're going to put 2 into each one of the stitches. The first time you start the continuous, it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but once you get it moving, it's good. Okay, so the first one is relatively tight. So that 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and after the first one's done, it should get a lot easier for you. So you go into the next stitch and you're going to put 2 into that. So there's a total of 6 stitches in a row. So by putting 2 into each, you will have 12 single crochets that will be going all the way around. So once we have the last one in, you're just going to pull up a loop, go under that stitch where it's sitting, and pull this through. And every time you complete a round, I need you to move that up, and I will have you do that on your own, so you don't need to see me do it each time. Let's move on to round number 3. Moving forward, I'm going to give you the instruction right at the beginning of the round, and then you'll do it and then get ready for the next round after that. So for this round, it's 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch after that. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. So there's 2 into this one. So the repeat then is 1 into the next one, and then 2 into the one after that. Please do this around for round number 3. Round number 4, you're going to start, and the first 2 will be single crochet each. So 1 and 2 are by itself, and then 2 into the next one. So 1 and 2. So the repeat is 2 will be by itself, and then 2 into the next one. Please do this around for round number 4. Okay, round number 5. The first 3 in a row will be a single crochet. So we have 1, and then 2, and 3, and then 2 into the next, and that's your repeat all the way around. So 3 by itself and 2 into the next. Please do this around for round number 5. Okay, we're now going to put the hole in so that this piece can go on its side and you can get that to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip 2 and start with the 3rd one away and just single crochet yourself all the way around. Okay, so please do this for this round, and I'll be back at the end. So now the hole is established, and we're now moving on to the next round, and we already want to start doing a decreased stitch, and I'm going to show you the way of doing it with amigurumi style. To start this round, you are just going to put 1 single crochet just in the hole on its own, and then the next 3 are going to be by itself. Now, when you do a single crochet 2 together, if you do it traditionally, you just go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and into the stitch, yarn over and pull through. And when you pull through all 3, it creates a line in the work that's very obvious. It happens on hats. So what I would recommend you do is a amigurumi 2 together. And how that's done is that you slide your hook up and only capture the front loop, yarn over, pull through. Oops. So how that's done, you are just going to slide up and just capture the front loop, and then you immediately go and capture the next stitch with the front loop only. So you got to rotate it like that, and then yarning over, pulling it through 2 at the same time, and pull through 2. And this makes it seamless. It looks really easy this way, so there's no lines. So the repeat pattern going around is that there's going to then be 3 single crochet in a row. So to cover that again, amigurumi 2 together. So just slide up and rotate the hook to the next one, slide up into the front loops, pull through both, and yarn over, pull through, and then 1 into the next 3 all the way around. Okay, please do this all the way around for this round. Okay, the next round, here we go. We're going to put the first 2 together, do it amigurumi style if you wish, because that's what I'm going to do. So 2 together, and then the next 2 are by itself. Okay, so the repeat then all the way around is 2 together, and then 1 into the next 2. Please do that around. Okay, at the end of this round, we're now going to put the Smooshy Ball in. So you're just going to look for this piece right here. You don't want that to be where it's going to be opening at the hole, because then you will never see it, or the other side here. So you want a nice clean looking area. So just look where the hole is and kind of insert it in. the ball is very rubbery, so it tends to be sticky. It doesn't slide very easily, so just be patient with it and make sure that this stays away from that hole. Okay, there you go. So if you want to close the top, you can test it if you want to. Okay, there you go. And now we're going to finish more of this as we go around. Okay, the next round is single crochet 2 together. Okay, so I'm kind of using my finger in front of the ball. My hook doesn't have any burrs on it, but I don't want to take any chances because that's the kind of guy I am. And so we got 2 together and then 1 into the next, and that's your repeat all the way around. So single crochet 2 together and then 1 into the next. Please do this around for this round. The last round is just single crochet 2 together all the way around to the very beginning. So I'm just keeping my hook away from that ball, but it's a lot easier now that I'm almost done. Okay, so single crochet 2 together all the way around, and I'll be right back. At the end of the last round, you're going to have a small hole. Just cut this a little bit longer so that you can throw it through a tapestry needle. And grab that tapestry needle that is not going to puncture anything. So just pull up on a loop and get that yarn to come out. You can pull that stitch marker out, and you're going to put that onto a tapestry needle. So make sure you do not puncture the ball at all. Okay, and so what you're going to do is going to collect the remaining stitches. Now, I'm not too scared that I'm going to puncture that ball, so it's not that volatile, I guess you can say. But watch, I do it on camera. And I'm just going all the way back around to secure it. Okay, and then I'm going to want to tie this into a knot, so just loop it and get it to knot onto itself. And then just go back and forth a few more times on the interior. Not too deep, obviously. Just like that. And now you can safely cut that down. So let's do the moment of truth live on camera. Does it work? Yeah, it does. Pretty cool, right? So it actually takes a bit of pressure to do, so this is a really good exercise. So if you want to do one for each hand, if you have spare yarn, you can see it's kind of fun. That's it for now. We hope you have a good one.